What is up, the world of the living? My name is ZloyXP. I'm here in the basement with some villagers. Yeah, go figure. This is actually a basement of an igloo, imagine or not. What am I doing here thousands of blocks away from my base? And the answer is pretty easy. I'm making stray heads. Yay! So yeah, I actually got 3 of them, and I only really needed 1, so that's a total friggin' overkill. And also, I was basically heading out already. But while I was at it, I kinda, stopped by this igloo and checked out these trapped villager guys. One of them actually was a zombie villager, you can kill them easily. And it kinda gave me an idea for what to do today. Allow me to quickly travel back home and... oh, yeah, almost forgot. Welcome to... I could have just, spelled it out myself, but whatever. Alright, the stray skull is up here. I investigated every single skull I have in this game. This is the only one that looked okay. Alright, this is the only one I didn't feel like it would have been wasted on this guy. With that taken care of and the shop basically open for business, let's get back to our base and work on what I got an idea for in that igloo. The villager prison. So the idea I got is actually to do with what prisons are, well, what villager prisons are in Minecraft and what prisons are in the real life. You see, what prisons are in real life... Anyway, what prisons are in real life is not just, a person standing in a one-by-one one-by-one hall staring towards a wall waiting for you to trade with them. No! Prisons in real life are correctional facilities and, more importantly, a source of a lot of cheap labor. So what I was thinking for my villagers was, what if we had them not just stand there waiting for me to come by and trade, but actually, at the very least, pretending to actually do something, to actually do some work around here. So what I decided is, what if we kind of role-played it the other way around? What if they aren't actually farmers? What if they are indeed miner villagers who will work and give me and mine emeralds out of the ground for me, as long as I come by and food them. As long as I come by and feed them. So what exactly is my idea for the routine of theirs? Well, they will be working in the mine, just kind of standing next to some ores, staring at some caves, doing that kind of stuff. And then I come by, I drop down into the thing, the lord and, owner of this entire land, and I go, hey guys, you want some food? And then they all run up to me, and I give them food in exchange for emeralds that they're providing for me. I feel that is a necromancer, dark lord enough idea to figure out, but the question of course is, how am I gonna figure this one out? Introducing the villager routine engine. Ever wanted this guy to go from point A to point B? Well, now you can with this magic. So, check this out, and the best part, it's absolutely safe. Check this out, we get a villager into this little thing, and we want him to go that way, right? Now, he will actually go that way at one point, regardless. But if you want him to go that way when we tell him to go that way, we just press this button, and he does! He just flat out does it! What a madman! What an absolute maniac! See, and even if he wants to go back, he won't. Because he's too afraid of this zombie pigman. Now, why is this a zombie pigman, not a regular zombies? Everybody knows that villagers are afraid of regular zombies. Zloy, what are you doing? Why is there a zombie pigman? That is because there's a bug, okay? There's a bug where villagers are afraid of zombie pigman. Check this one out. Ah, no, run away. Yeah, there it is. The thing is that, unlike regular zombies, pigmen will not like care about anything. They will not attempt to kill the villagers. They don't really chase them. They don't nothing. So as a result, it's way easier to deal with them, and the chance of me screwing this up and zombifying my best farmer villagers is just smaller. As a result, what I want to do is I want to create these little pathways for villagers to walk. I want to have them hidden in a way where if you just kind of look at the area, you can't really tell that there's a pathway in there. So that's a fine proof of concept if you ask me, but alas, we can't really do that all in today's episode. First of all, because that's a lot of work. Second of all, because we need to actually start with the decorational areas. We can't implement the villagers before we create the villager pens, and at the same time, we also need to mob-proof the crap out of whatever we'll be building, because, you know, those guys hit villagers. That's kind of bad. So, yeah, first things first. Gotta dig out the mine for them to inhabit. And I was just thinking, I mean, come on guys, like, this gunpowder is just sitting here waiting for something to happen. Let's go blow up a hill. So this is the quarry itself, where the villagers will be digging out the emeralds for me. Now, I don't necessarily know, I'm not necessarily sure right now in my spawn proofing abilities, because you see, obviously the place is not lit up yet. I will light it up on the inside, obviously, but lighting it up on the outside might take absolute forever, because as you can clearly tell, making my entire bloody whatchamacallit, my entire bloody island spawn proof is basically impossible at this point. Even if you make all of the ground light up, even if you make cover the entirety of the island in carpets, you will still have to go through all of the reliefs and the nooks and crannies of the builds in themselves. And kind of will have to deal with that too, because right now, even if I just go onto this little build area, yeah, usually whenever I go here, there's zombies and creepers and skeletons everywhere, and all of this temporal scaffolding, truth be told, will also be a hazard for it. So I don't know. At the same time, I've been doing this little experiment for myself here, which is I would usually leave for just a bit every night, let zombies spawn right outside of the of this area, and then I would plop myself in the middle and kind of stand here and wait for any zombie to pathfind to me. And I don't really see any. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. I don't really see any even skeletons tracking me, which pretty sure because they have balls, they have like a longer tracking shot where they can like position themselves strategically. And I don't see any zombies tracking me right now, and I don't see any skeletons trying to get to me. And that is why, that's because both zombies and skeletons actually have a little damage prevention bit in their brain when they're like, oh yeah, that's 1 2 3 4 5 blocks down, I ain't doing this drop, I'm not jumping, you cannot make me, I refuse. And so they just don't. And as a result, maybe, just maybe, by just making the walls of this quarry high enough, we will be able to actually have villagers in here and have zombies not swarm them. Even though they will want, they'll just stand on top of the quarry, kind of look down. And that, too, is actually a very interesting effect that I would absolutely love. Because, just imagine, you're a villager right here, right? There's villagers in here. All of them are supposed to be pretending to dig, right? Dig out, mine all those emeralds to trade for food later. And every time they look up, onto the skies of the free world that they lost, there are zombies looking down on them. Now, as far as the decorations go, I don't actually have any actual emerald ore on me, because, well, why would I ever mine emerald ore if I have a giant villager supply? Well, not a giant supply, but, you know, decent villager supply. Instead, though, we will have a little, you know, little pen with all of the all of the emeralds, emerald blocks that they mined out and already kind of processed for it. Now, actually, when you think about it, the way emeralds work, they kind of, in Minecraft, I mean, they just fall out, you don't even need to smell them, so it makes kind of perfect sense for us to just plop a bunch of them down here, waiting to be basically raised up from the area. Now, maybe having them raised up on a crane would be a fun idea, but at the same time, I also maybe don't want to do that. Why? Well, because of the overall plan I have for this idea. You see, this quarry is just a quarry. It's where people walk, but it cannot be where people also live. So as a result, I want this wall here to go deeper into the thing. And I basically want this back wall to also be remade into a little facility, little jail cell facility, where the villagers would also have their cells, you know, the prison cells, their whatchamacallit, their mess hall, that kind of stuff. Basically the stuff to not really give them a quality of life improvement, because let's face it, there's no quality of their life, but at the very least to kind of signify that they're not treated as entirely like, I don't know, cannon fodder, that they're not being walked to death at the very least. They're being walked for their juicy, delicious green emerald bits. But only like it doesn't go any further. We actually do feed them, we actually do provide them with, you know, shelter. So yeah, we kind of, you have to take at the very least like the minimal care of your workforce, unless you want it to be quickly become your, you know, dead force, I guess. I don't know. Then again, on the other hand, if anybody dies in the quarry, we'll just necromance them right back and be like, hey, get back to work, no dying on my clock, at least not permanently. You know, from this angle, the amount of torches might seem moderately excessive. I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, that's a lot. But at the same, this seems moderately claustrophobic. But then again, it's a mine, so I'm fine with that. I only really, like, when you think about it, right now I only really have 2 farmer villagers to be placed in here, and the rest are either Fletchers or, you know, the shepherds. So those will actually go either into a villager breeder or into a villager powered carrot farm, so they will be just forever farming carrots for me. But the farmer villagers, I only have 2, and so I instantly decided that I want one of them to always be in the mines, and not even just be in the mines. This is the one who will transport over using the, you know, the regular way, the more common practices, basically on a mine cart. So yeah, I kind of walk in, I'm like, hey guys, dinner, and this guy just I don't know, I keep imagining it, and it just makes me laugh that this guy somewhere like he's hundreds of blocks below the ground in a minecart, and he just instantly starts like and pushing his minecart upwards up the stairs like, and he just rolls up like, hey, I'm a hungry boy, gimme. And like I exchange emeralds with him. But also I want to have another one standing somewhere right here, just constantly like near this furnace, kind of dropping coal in it using the shovel supposedly, and you know, maybe smelting, I don't know, doing something to emeralds to purify them or something like that. I'm not sure. I have like only a vague idea for now. I will know exactly when I'll be already working with villagers and the zombie pigmen. Right now, I really like it. I really like it, and it looks busy. Is my best. Sorry, it looks busy. I said. Is what I like about it the best. Even from like outside, from the sky, you just kind of fly by and you go, oh yeah, it has a little mineshaft here. That's interesting. It's not too big though. It's one of those projects that's just enough of a right size. So then we have Adurin to make pretend barracks, which I will not be building whatsoever, but I will probably be making a separate room here into the mess hall because I want to have a leather walker or a butcher villager in here as their mess hall person, like just basically making food for them, because the leather walkers and the butcher villagers have this white apron that really like fits for this particular case. And this road later will lead into the purifying laboratory, and we will have a rail system transporting the emerald blocks into here. So yeah, that's another thing to add here, just for the ambient presence, is a minecart, storage minecart, constantly running back and forth, kind of pretending to be useful. But that will be it for today's episode. Thank you once again, everybody, so much for watching. Grand thanks, big thank for all of my patrons for supporting me still, despite my irregular video schedule and like me generally being a butt. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe so you won't miss the continuation of my perpetual torture of villagers. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.